Yeah, so first of all, I just need your full attention because, of course, your safety is our number one priority on board, and we are going to be sailing under a lot of very low bridges today. So please always stay seated while under the bridge. Please don't stand up. Also, for you guys sitting here inside, please don't stand up, in between the windows because you will still hit your head on the bridge. Also, don't touch the bridges. It's not allowed. So keep arms, hands, legs, whatever inside the boat under a bridge. This is also a non-smoking boat, and we have life vests under every seat. So, welcome on board. Today, our captain is Magnus, and he will be sailing us safely through the canals of Copenhagen. And my name is Charlotte in Danish, or Charlotte in English, and I will be your guide. Så velkommen ombord. I dag der er det Magnus, der er vores kaptajn, og mig, Charlotte, der skal være jeres guide. We are now gonna go under the first bridge of the tour. And this here is the lowest bridge of all tour, so please stay seated and mind your head. Så kommer vi til turens første bro, og det er også den laveste bro på hele turen, så vær venlig at blive siddende og pas på hovedet. Mange tak. Ja. Yeah, so we are now sailing out of the beautiful canal of Nyhavn that was built 350 years ago by a king who wanted to have a free passage all the way up to the King's Square. That also meant that this area here was highly influenced by sailors because they would come in here and put their ship into the side and then give all their wares and goods to the houses here on the sides as well. So it was basically a red light district actually back in the days. So a lot has happened in these 350 years. Where today we have mostly local families going to ice cream and lunch and also tourists going for pictures of the beautiful houses. Så har vi altså ud af Nyhavn, nu som vi byggede for 350 år siden af svenske krigsfanger og danske soldater, som havde en fri passage hele vejen op til Kongens Nytorv. Men det betyder også, at der var altså primært sømænd her i den her passage, som man altså kunne læse sine varer af fra hele verden. Og derfor var der også lidt en anden stemning i Nyhavn på det tidspunkt, end der altså er i dag, hvor dengang var det primært sømænd, og i dag er det altså primært lokale familier og selvfølgelig også en masse turister, der finder en måde at anslutte her i Nyhavn. The families of Danish mountains living in the castle of Kophenag, only 40 kilometers up on the coast. Så har vi jo det skuespilhuset herinde på vores venstre side, som altså er en tilføjelse til den gamle scene nede på Kongens Nytorv. Og det er den her glasbygning her med brune tag, og der er en masse forskellige teater derinde næsten alle aftener på ugen. Og da man var færdig med at bygge, så skulle vi selvfølgelig også vælge, hvad for et skuespil, der skulle være det første. Og der valgte man altså her på af Shakespeare, som vi foregår oppe på Kronborg, om den her kronprins. Hvis man har lyst, kan man altså også besøge Kronborg den dag i dag. Det var så en gave fra Mads McKinney Møller til de danske folk og til Danmark, fordi han gerne ville give noget tilbage til danskerne, og der er altså plads til mere end 1.400 mennesker inde i operaen. The opera is not only used for opera, it's actually used for both, also ballet and theater, but also for a diving competition that Red Bull is hosting every summer. So Red Bull will invite brave people to go to the roof of the opera and then dive down. And this is a dive. Så har vi altså arbejdsbakke herude vores at 4:30 in the morning in the summer. So they made an agreement with the military that the sun will officially rise at 8 a.m. every morning. Ja, så har vi altså Batteri Sixtus på vores højre side, den her store bygning her med det røde tag. Og Batteri Sixtus er stadigvæk i brug den dag i dag med tid. Right here. And she was actually a gift from the brewer Jacobsen to Denmark and to Copenhagen after he fell in love with the ballerina who played the Little Mermaid in the ballet, and he wanted to have a statue made of her. And she agreed, but she only wanted to model for the face. So fortunately, the wife of the artist modeled for the rest of the body, and then he could also add a fishtail in the end. Ja, så det ville have faktisk en gave fra Brygger Jacobsen til København, efter han havde været i det kongeteater, hvor han blev så forelsket i Japanese colonies, they would bring a lot of stuff with them and they would store them in these warehouses here. So obviously they're not in use for that anymore. The first one has been turned into a museum. I baggrunden med det grønne tag, og Marmorkirken var altså bygget med inspiration fra Peterskirken i Rom, og man ville gerne have, at det skulle være en stor og flot kirke, der skulle ligge lige her bag ved kongeslottet. Men så gik vi selv frem rundt. Så var man lige igen til behandlerne, og så kunne der ske, at man smelte over værktøjet på ude, men det blev heldigvis færdigt. And this is a very popular area. It was built 400 years ago by King Christian I with inspiration from Amsterdam. And a lot of people are living very close to the canal, so out of respect for them, I will not be talking in the microphone while we are in the canal. You guys, of course, will talk with each other, and I will warn you about the bridges, but other than that, I will not be talking until we're out in the big harbor again. Så falder vi i Christianshavn kanal her med et øjeblik, og det er et meget populært sted. Det blev bygget for 400 år siden. Det kom Christian IV med inspiration fra Amsterdam. Og der bliver rigtig mange mennesker bare til kanalen, så det ikke forstyrrer den meget store landing fra. We have our next bridge coming up, so please stay seated and mind your head. Thank you. To read. Ja, så det kongelige bryghus, det havde faktisk et rigtig vigtigt formål tilbage i tiden, fordi at man kunne altså ikke drikke vandet her i København, der var så forurenet. Så i stedet for så drak man altså øl, og man bryggede en masse øl herinde, også til soldaterne, som altså fik udleveret 10 liter øl om dagen. Men det betyder også, at folk var altså lidt fulde hele tiden. Og det vidste kongen også godt, at han havde sagt til sin rådgiver, han ville altså skrive under på nogle dokumenter efter kl. 12 middag, så var han simpelthen for fuld til at kunne læse. Yeah, we have our next bridge coming up, so please stay seated and mind your head. Thank you. Thank you. we have a little bit of a challenge ahead of us because we have the most narrow bridge of the tour. So please keep arms, hands, legs, whatever inside the boat at all times, also your heads. We don't want anything to get between the boat and the bridge. And of course also so as you can see, a very difficult maneuver, but thankfully our captain, he is really good at it, but I think we can still give him a hand, yeah? Okay. Okay, so up here on our left side we have this long green building here with a clock on top, and this here is where people would wait before they would board the ferry to go to Sweden, because it wasn't actually until year 2000 that we got a bridge between Denmark and Sweden. So now you can just drive there onto the train, you'll be there in around 15 minutes. It's supposed to look like two different things when it opens and closes. But that has also sparked the myth now that if you kiss your loved one under the bridge, you will stay together forever. So have you... Yeah, please come back and tell me if it worked. Yes, I would like to know, if I have to bring some boy here. Good, we are almost back here where we started. And yeah, I just have one more story to tell you guys before the tour is over. So of course Nyhavn is a very famous area in itself, but there was actually a very famous man who used to live here, and his name was Hans Christian Andersen, and he lived in 3 different houses here in Nyhavn, and the first one will be coming up on our right side here in a second. So it is the white narrow house with the rooftop on top. It's like squished over hos Andersen also. And the reason why Hans Christian Andersen, he lived in Nyhavn, that was because he wanted to be a ballet dancer originally, so he wanted to be close to the Royal Theatre, but he was not skilled enough, so instead he became a fairy tale writer. So it's the one right here. Så har vi huset lige her på højre side. Ja, så hos Andersen har han altså gerne været balletdanser og boet tæt på det kongelige teater hele sit liv, men han var altså ikke dygtig nok til at blive balletdanser, så i stedet for så blev han altså eventyrforfatter, men han vil stadigvæk gerne være tæt på det kongelige teater. Yeah, and here at Strømmen we are actually very inspired by the fairy tales from Hans Christian Andersen, so we named all our boats after his fairy tales. So today you have actually been sailing with the Little Mermaid. Yes, you could also have been sailing with the Ugly Duckling or the Snow Queen, but you chose the Little Mermaid today. We have yeah, the lowest bridge of the tour coming up, so please sit down for one last time. Thank you. Så har vi de 2 andre huse hos Andersen, og ude på jeres venstre side, det er det røde nummer 20, og det orange lige ved siden af på venstre side. Og ja, altså det her bestemmer vi også meget inspireret af hos Andersens eventyr, så derfor har vi altså valgt at opkalde efter alle vores både efter hans eventyr, så i dag har I sejlet med den lille havfrue, og vi har brugt vores snedronningen og den grønne ælling og alle de andre, men i dag der har I altså sejlet med den lille havfrue. Yeah, so we are now almost back where we started, so all that is left for me to say, also on behalf of the captain, is just that we are thankful that you came here today, and I hope you enjoyed it, and also hope... So yeah, thank you for coming, and thank you for letting me show you guys my home city. tak fordi I kom. Jeg håber, I har haft en god tur, og jeg håber, I får en fortsat god aften. Så ja, tak fordi I valgte at sejle med os her på Svømmer i aften.